Okay, so I'm done. Here's what I did. Took dirt from the ditch over there, filled it in the hole right there, and then put a big stump over it. No signs of skunks. It's cold enough. The bees are kind of lazy, so I don't think there's going to be any bee problems. So I think I got the problem taken care of. We'll see tomorrow. Now, this is what you need to know. This is what happened last night. I just described it in the previous blog post. I'll add a link to the information on this post. But so last night, I was in my underwear, right here. My wife Annie cut my hair, and I was shaking off the cape of hair. Now Annie didn't want to cut my hair because she said that she was worried about the skunk because we had the skunk concerns already. But then I thought that since the skunk had been scared off by the bees and had sprayed and done his business, the skunk could be long gone. He would never come back here. Well, enter me outside, or exit me, I guess. Exit me the house. I exit out of the house. I come over here to the edge. About right at this point, I go, here, Skunky Skunkerson. That's what I say, right? Annie's there at the sliding door, watching, I guess, in case something bad happens. I don't know what she was thinking she's going to do, or what bad was going to happen. Something bad almost did happen. So as soon as I say Skunky Skunkerson, I hear this little rustle. I turn, and this little poof ball, white poof ball, it almost had more brownish than black, but it was definitely a skunk. Trust me, I know skunks all too well. So the skunk goes scurrying by over there. Annie is right there. With the only door that's shut is the screened-in porch door. So if the skunk sprays in at Annie, it's in the entire house. We tear down the house, we go bankrupt, and we get a divorce. And I mean, it was that close to ending our lives. Okay, skunk spraying in there, game over, right? So the skunk didn't. It scurried on by, and I'm kind of like, I'm in my underwear, right? So in my underwear, it goes by, and I look at Annie, and then I proceed to run, right? The skunk went this way, so what do? I run this way. So the skunk was maybe 2 feet from Annie, and it was in the house, and maybe, 8 feet from me, standing on the block there, and went in between us. Is a pretty scary thing. So I ran around this way. So just imagine me right now, running in my underwear, right? 10 o'clock at night. Oh, there's my neighbor. Hi, neighbor. How you doing? I'm just running in my underwear, carrying a cape full of hair. Hair's kind of flowing behind me. It's a full moon, of course. Of course it's a full moon. And running around the corner of the house. And then here's what you see. Now so look. So we live on the end of a cul-de-sac, right? So it's basically everyone can see me in my underwear. So I come around this way, running. Walking. Now I'm walking, because, whatever, I'm cool. And I'm looking over in this corner. So I think at any moment, a skunk could round that corner. Because this is the halfway point. So the skunk ran that way, I ran this way. If we both ran around the house, this is where we would meet. So I come to the door, and then I'm just like knocking on the door, like pretty scared, right? Knocking on the door in my underwear. Hi neighbors, just me, run around my yard in my boxers, nothing to worry about. I'm not being chased by any skunks. Knock. And he doesn't open the door. Finally, she opens the door, run in, and I'm relieved. So I hopefully with the filling in the hole, putting the stump over the hole, we've taken care of the skunk problem. But you can bet that tonight I will not be going outside to see if there's a skunk farting around out there, okay? So hopefully this ends our episode of Man vs. Skunk, right? Because I don't want anything to do with the skunk anymore. So hopefully this is the last you'll hear from me about the skunk.